Hey John, just wanted to give you a status on the events calendar installation and importing and make sure we're all heading in the right direction, if there's any changes before I get too far into it. So just let me review sort of everything that's there. So I've imported 4 of the calendars from Google Calendar. You can see the categories here, starting with Florida Central and working down. So there's 4 that have been imported 765 events. Ignored, I'm not exactly sure what that means. It's something to do with the import. In fact, let's click on it and just see what it shows us. So, don't know why, but for some reason it ignores those. Let me know if I need to look into that more deeply. But it did import 765. Also, I've set up event categories that match the naming convention for the Google calendars. So I want to make sure that this naming convention works for you for the categories. It's consistent with the Google Calendar. So I'm able to import a single calendar into a single category. So that's been demonstrated here. And then I've created some pages, again, demo, but maybe good for permanent. And I've put them all under event calendars. So we have a Florida Central, and these are the 4 that you saw. So let's just open up each of these. And this is what the calendar page looks like. There's loads of options. I've got it set to default to the month view. So this is what it looks like. Everything is just standard, no styling, no anything. You can click on this and it goes to an individual page. It's showing related events. We can keep those on or turn those off. I imagine we can change the image too, but I haven't looked into that. Has the link over here to that event. And here's what it looks like for East Coast. And here's what it looks like for Jacksonville. And here's what it looks like for Southwest. So each of these have a link behind it. They have a hover over where you get something and then a link that you click on to go to more detail. So that's a snapshot where we are now. Just want to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Specifically, if I do the import now, is that going to be too early because there's going to be other events added to those calendars? Or is now a good time as any, and when any other events are added, we can add them in both places. So let me know about that. I think that's all the questions. So go ahead and take a look at these. You can find them over here under pages. Just take a look at these over here, what they look like, play with them. They have list views that could be the normal view instead of month. They could be a list. And of course, they've got the day view, which becomes less important because there's not many per day. So also we can eliminate some of these views. Like for instance, we could take next day off this list. We've got a search feature, subscribe button, which I have not tested. Let's see what this does. Oh, subscribe to calendar. That's subscribing to an external calendar for import. So we're not going to do that. So that's it now for now, John. Let me know what next step is, any modifications, anything to change before I keep going on. And I'll also be working on the form for creating new events.